Hello and welcome back to SJ Cartier Limited Combos. So today I'll be talking about the Traitors, and for me, this is one of the most captivating, realistic TV programs I've watched in a very long time. And the reason I like it very much so, and it's because it's just like natural day in life. Like we all are suspicious of everyone, and it kind of shows how the traitors can actually feed little poison or stay quiet and do nothing in the background and actually vote kill, because as it is, you do get murdered on the traitors, you actually kill your fellow civilian for a traitor. So the way I see that is like, it could be, because I like to do comparisons. As you get to know me via my videos, you will see I like to compare what I'm talking about to either my life or just life that I can consider. So when I say traitors, let's compare it to business then. So I will see, and you can see how a lot of us smaller businesses will be battling each other for the greater good of the bigger business. So what I mean by that is we will actually tear each other down so that some of us won't actually get far, and in fact tear us down. This is something that I also say with black people, because I say we kill each other as black people, and we don't uplift each other whether we are doing a business together or not. We would rather be jealous of that other person. So as black people, we do it as well. But as just general people, we also do it to each other without even knowing. And that's what the traitors kind of highlights, how the snakes can go undetected. So I will say with the last series, I will say I enjoyed it quite much. I enjoyed a lot of the twists and tales in it. But I will say I didn't enjoy it as much as the first two seasons. And the reason I think I didn't enjoy it as much as the first two seasons is because I think in the first two seasons, you actually see people's real life mind ticking, if you understand that. So in the first one, I think a lot of people use their actual previous misconceptions of others to decide on what they would do. Whereas in the third one, I think people started to realize a bit more that, you know what, sometimes the elderly one may actually need to be killed because she's someone that may go under the radar. So this year it was Linda. Linda was actually the elderly one. And it was quite funny. She was spotted from the very start as a traitor. And that was down to her possibly being elderly and not reacting in the correct way she did. Or it could have been just a potluck choice by Jake, I think it was. Yes. So I think Jake spotted her from the start, pointed her out as a traitor, and by around week 4 or 5, she was actually found to be a traitor and killed at their table. Yeah. And I think that was due to them actually finally deciding and realizing we're in a game. we're actually in a game right now, and we can't trust nobody. So it doesn't matter whether you're well spoken, elderly, um, come from, I don't know, council, no job, um, female, male, Muslim. It doesn't really matter now. It matters about the game plan. Whereas in the first two, I think people came in a lot more with their perceptions from life. They, yeah, already preconceived misconceptions, which led to their downfall, which is why the traitors actually won in the first two. Whereas in this one, the traitors didn't win because they actually started going against what
They were making mistakes. Linda made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, she made a lot of mistakes. But then it's quite fun because this is the thing with the Traitors. I say why we enjoy watching it. For example, like it shows that even how faithful the Mina, I feel sorry for. There's two people in series three that I actually feel sorry for, and I actually really wanted to win. One of them was Mina, and the second one was Alexander. Alexander, the poshy one, the conservative talking one, yeah. And there's a reason why I wanted them both to win. Mina, for example, now she was a traitor from the start, and she played a very good traitor role. She didn't put in any other traitors until they killed themselves, basically. And she was loyal to defend them. One mistake was to bring in. She brought in Charlotte, which was a massive mistake because she brought in someone that she put trust into that backstabbed her from the very moment she got there, which was quite unfortunate to see that the person that was telling a lie from the very start by trying to put on a fake accent became a traitor, and in the first second decided to become a traitor instantly and kill off her own traitor. It was actually given her a very good opportunity to share a lot of money because at that moment in time she wasn't under no suspicion. And I think the fact that she was so fishing for suspicion made her actually react, like made Mina get killed because of that, because she kept questioning different people individually and made it a conversation that wasn't needed. So it kind of shows that you may even, as a traitor, bring someone, because this is the funny things with life. Sometimes you could be on the side where you're being faithful and you're doing everything faithful and people still believe you're a traitor. Or you could be a traitor, you're doing everything a traitorish, you've got the perfect plan, you bring someone to become a traitor and then they stab you in the back. And in the end you both falter because she got a bit killed the next which was funny because you could have stayed if you kept your traitor with you.
Yeah, it very much shows the real world in this program.
It definitely does.
You've got the sheep mentality of one or two saying and then everyone following those people, which is a bit like one piece of gossip's put out there in social media and everyone jumps on the bandwagon.
That's like, you know what it comes down to for me? That's just like Chinese whispers. Because it's one of the best games that, and if we actually as children understood the game we were playing when we played Chinese Whispers, and if kids even played it now, I bet kids don't do that now at all. Do you get that? Because if you understand the mentality of it, we are given one sentence to say to one person, and the fact that you can only say it once, yeah, and the fact that you have to tell that person and they have to relay it to someone, it shows that even though you can say one sentence from here, by the time you get round the circle, that sentence has completely changed. And the fact was, everybody was trying to keep it the same. So yeah, sometimes you may have a kid that may change what was said to them. But a lot of the times, we're actually trying to get the saying around for the reward. Do you get that? And it shows you how one person can say a thing to one person, and when it gets transferred to a next person, it's completely confused, and the message that was originally sent is not the original message that is being received. And it's like life, isn't it? Like one little seed can lead to a million different things, which is very crazy to think in life. Which is why we love it, because it's like it shows you, as you say, sheep mentality. You do see kind of the people that feel they are the bosses and the popular ones think they can lead the ones that are, oh, yeah, I
Mm.
believe you. You're my friend.
Yeah.
When in fact, you ain't a friend because you're in a game and you both are playing two different games. And in
Mm.
fact, if it was between one or you, I bet the other one would kill you immediately to win the money.
Mm.
And that's something that they seem to forget. It also shows us the denial of everybody. Do you get that? And this is why I say I like the first two seasons a bit more than the third season.
Yeah.
Because a lot more people were talking about it's actually a game.
Yeah.
It's actually a game. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, Alexander got voted out because he didn't want to say what he'd done.
Yeah.
It's a game. I can't tell everybody every move because I don't know who's a traitor and who's a faithful.
I think people being naive really ruins it for them because they suddenly believe these people they've known for 2 days. Their best friend. It's like you don't know this person. You've never met this person. Of course, you don't have to be horrible to them.
No.
But you have to remember they're not your friend. You may never see them after this.
And that's something I'm going to connect that again to something. I'll connect that to whatnot. Because I see a lot of people calling friends, which is quite funny that they call each other friends, but really the aim is not to be friends. The aim is to kind of make the most from that friend. Do you get that? So although yes, some people may meet up, most people aren't actually meeting up and having an honest conversation that doesn't involve money, that doesn't involve the business or something. The conversation only comes up because, oh, how are you? Yeah, I'm doing a stream today. Or it's not, oh, do you want to come round and stream with me? Or should we stream together? Or do you get that? And that's that false community that it seems like, oh, we're friends, but really we're trying to traitor each other. Because I say something which is quite funny, and I've said it to a few people. Yeah, if I was a friend, yeah, I wouldn't overcharge my friend. Do you get that? So yes, I may want to overcharge other customers because I don't know them, and that's the value. I believe it is. But if you are my friend, why would I overcharge you and make you spend more than you actually should or need to? And if I'm trying to do that to cut off 5 people and I've got 10, 15 friends that are actually getting involved regularly, who am I actually cutting off and helping? So there's traitors in every days of life. And it's not to say some people don't meet up and there's a community. I've actually met people off whatnot, funnily enough. So it's not to say it's not a possibility to meet people because even I've met people off whatnot. But to overstand, like, people may spread something and say, oh, we're friends. When in fact, it's a game right now that they're trying to play. And being your friend encourages you to do something, encourages you to say something, which gets you into a problem or cuts you off a possibility of a connection because you had a friend. Do you get that? And it's the same thing with what I saw there with what's her name? The one that cut off Mina? Charlotte, yeah? She had a friend that brought her in, but she didn't realise, Mina didn't realise her friend wasn't there to be her friend. Her friend was there to play the game and win without her in the end. Do you get that? And it's like that traitorish business of who's really your friend and who's really a traitor, who's really a faithful and who's really a traitor. Do you get that? Because it's real life, like. And the only reason I talk about whatnot, because the next thing I will do is kind of talking about breaks and what I believe with how breaks were and how they are now, and why I decided to not get involved in as many breaks that I did get involved with as a hobby. Do you get that? So it is something we will connect because it's a lot of traitorish stuff. And when you watch Traitors, these tactics you see, and these rumors and these whispers that people use, or believing that they're faithful because they talk and dress away, confuses their own selves. And in this is why I love the first two, because it showed you like the first, what was his name? That army guy, I forgot his name. Harry. Harry. He showed me what it's how easy it is to confuse people with lies. Do you get that? And he done it so well. He has been the best traitor so far. You get to clap because he done it as the kind of collegey looking
He was young as well.
young lad, yeah. He swarms in with the little young girl as well, made her feel friendly. Remember, in the end, that's how he won. He made that other girl believe he was a faithful over the other person. And that's how he won. And that was due to him using what really was his charm, yeah, for the girl, even though he had a girlfriend. Remember that?
Yeah, but I don't think, personally, I didn't see him charming her. He
No.
never
No, but
acted in a certain
overstanding.
way with her. Yes, they were I think they were kind of more like
Brothers
friends,
and
and she thought
sisters.
she could trust him.
I think you know what it is.
I
For
think maybe
me,
charm's the wrong word.
you know what it
Because
is.
charm
It's
is
not
like,
that he done it on purpose. That's what I think you're misunderstanding. It's that how to explain it then. How to
I
explain
think it
it?
was difficult because had he been a faithful, she'd been a traitor, he would have happily have brought her along and probably then both win that.
Yes, but
Where this time, because they weren't,
I think you're
he just had to
misunderstanding.
mislead her and just let her
He had to mislead, but you have to understand what I mean by the game plan. Because of the way he moved and carried himself, yeah, that made him and her very close, and he latched on that from the start. He realised she and him got along, and he latched onto it. He used it to his advantage because that was the one person that made him win in the very end, and he used her from the very beginning, whether he meant to or not, whether he was trying to woo her or not. He knew that was his target.
Yeah.
Do you get that? And he used it to his advantage. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's that smart. Do you get that? It's like that. How to put it? Without being charming, you can be charming. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not really a charming lad, but just being polite and respectful charmed you. No? Yes? No? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Do you get
I
what?
get what you're
You
trying,
know what I'm trying to say?
I
Like, I'm
get
not
what
really
you're
like
trying
trying to
to
be all like that, but
I get what you're trying to say. I
there's.
wouldn't say you charmed me,
Oh
to be
wow.
honest, because you weren't charming.
Weren't I?
No, you was polite and cheeky, but I wouldn't say that's charming. I think charming carries a certain amount of.
Did I make you laugh? Did I
that's
turn
not
you into
charming,
my wife?
That's cheeky.
No, but cheeky is charming. Because that smile there is what the cheeky brings and the charming brings. Charming makes you do that little smile.
I see it a bit different, but anyway, go on.
Well, you
I
just
see it a
shut
bit
me
different.
down. Try to shut me down.
You can be charming if you intentionally do it.
I don't think you.
But you're not naturally charming.
That's what I just said though. That's my point.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? It's not naturally charming. Like, I'm not saying he naturally was a charmer. That's my point. He wasn't naturally being a charmer. But certain things and how you talk and how you maneuver around her may charm her. Do you get it?
Make her think something different.
Do you get it? And it's the same thing with why women hostesses and things like that. Because it's without even having to charm, you're charming the staff. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, the customers.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, you are literally the beautiful woman and you every man that's going to drop at your knees. It's just you are a female, you are an attraction, and the way you're carrying yourself or carry yourself will make possibility of an approach or an alluring thing. And that's what I was trying to say. Like, I ain't really a charm. I am though, really, but I'm not. But obviously, whatever I said to you made you next to me now. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So, and that smile again is what makes me say the charm. Do you get it? Because you just be cheeky and charm. Charmy cheek. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you get it, and it's just little things that he done that obviously he knows why he's doing them. Because she's a female and he was able to do them. And she didn't know he had a girlfriend. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Even though I think she had a boyfriend as well. So there was, I think they was both
to be
talking about, oh
honest.
yeah, we'll go and drink or whatever after. But you know what I'm trying to say? It was that overstanding of the young, charmy lad who looks like he goes to uni. But you know, and that's what I loved about the first couple. You get it, like people's actual who they were showed a lot more than it did in the third one. Whereas in the third one, I think just like nowadays life, people trying to mold their opinions and mold it because they know they're in a game.
I think
Do you
it
get
starts
that?
to fade out once a couple of shows have been seen, because obviously these third ones would have watched the others,
Yeah.
so it makes them act differently
Yeah.
then, because they've already seen.
But I did love the twist of you don't even know if they're a traitor when they get out near the end. I would love that if they'd done that from the start.
Yeah.
That would be lovely. That would be lovely from the start. Because they never know.
But then they have to have some kind of something to give them that joy of, we've done it.
Nah,
I think it can't.
I don't think
always
they deserve it.
I don't think it can always be hidden, because then you just don't know where you are at any point.
Claudia Winkleman, don't let them know who's a traitor from the start. We will have a fascinating game. Trust me. Trust me. It'll be fascinating. Do you get that? Like, imagine all the whisperings about traitors. You don't even know a traitor's gone and you think they're definitely a traitor, and then you wake up in the morning and they're murdered. Yeah, my whole thought plan was they were from the start. From the start. And if they're recruiting, they don't know how many's been recruited. It makes it tougher for them from the very start. And you'll really see how the mind games play from them, because that's what it needs, a full twist. It needs a full twist to bring it back to reality. But yeah, the Traitors, very fun, very captivating. Yeah. We get to understand a lot more about life and how we even can look at ourselves and how we judge people, even just walking down the street every day. Like, I'm someone that judges everybody. And when I say I judge everybody, I mean I judge everybody by judging them by my own opinion. I don't go by my own judgments and just lead with my energy of, oh, my judgments are correct. But I'm going to be very honest in, I have an opinion on everybody I meet. And if you don't have an opinion, then you're kind of lost, I think. Do you get, you know what I'm trying, in my way, because everybody has an opinion, and you have an opinion from you see somebody or see something, and if you can't even be alert to your own opinion, you can't change your opinion. Do you get that? So I'm very aware of what my judgments are of people when I see them, hear them, talk to them. I have my own judgments. I won't react to that until obviously proof from what they do, say, and everything gives me facts. But I have my opinion. And I am very aware of my own opinion. You know what I'm trying to say? So I think it very much helps people because you have to have that opinion. You have to be aware of your opinion.
Yeah.
You get that? So yeah, the Traitors, season 4. We're not gonna know who the traitors are from the start. Claudia Winkleman, we've signed the contract. I don't want 5%. It's okay, but yeah, that's
Oh,
what we're going
please.
with. So yeah, thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this another little section of what we've been watching. Soon I'll have a little playlist of what we've been watching, the reselling ones to do with relationships, and a bit of the news. We'll separate them up, but let's get a few videos on there first. Let's get some subscribers. Let's get some comments. Let's get some likes, and let's get some questions. Give me some topics. Like, I've got loads of topics, but it's a time frame for all my mindset to come out. Give me what you're thinking, and let's open up my mind a bit more, because you relay, I relay. As you see, I actually believe when my partner talks, we get more to the centre of what I'm really trying to say. So as I say, soon she will be here with her hijab ready and prepared. It's all about SJ Cartier Limited combos, but SJ Cartier Limited is a family organisation. So let's just say, yeah, we're all involved. So yeah, thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have a good day. SJ Cartier Limited combos.